Hi, Ange. It's been a little while since I made a video because all my kids were out last week. So when they're home, I don't get anything done. But I thought I would make a recipe that I've been really excited to try. So it's a homemade toothpaste recipe, and I know this is gonna probably surprise some people because I'm a dental hygienist. And I've always used regular toothpaste. I've gotten it for free. That's all we've learned. Studies, Crest, Colgate, they want you to promote it at your work. But I've worried about fluoride the last few years, but I just know that perspective and learning that I learned in school, and I can kind of relate to how people probably feel that are doctors and nurses, and then they hear these alternative treatments, and it's like not even close to what they learned and the studies they saw and the research they were taught and shown. So it's been interesting as I've tried to really learn about it. So I have decided I really want to try some homemade toothpaste. I want to try them. I want to see if some of the things I've read make a difference. And I actually think they will. I think this is going to be really great for our family. So I thought I'd show you because it's super easy. I've looked up a bunch of different kinds. There's a few that I'm going to try today. It's just a powder recipe. So all you do is you just wet your toothbrush and you just kind of get just a little powder on the toothbrush, and that's it. And I'm making one for my kids' bathroom and then one for our bathroom. So a lot of it's ingredients that are really easy to find, and you can kind of make it a different variety, taste, flavor, whatever you want. But there's a few things that you want to put in it for sure. One is the minerals. So we're trying to get as many minerals as we can into the teeth, because when you have any kind of decay, what is happening is demineralization. Your tooth enamel is getting demineralized, and it's usually with sugar, and it sits on there for a certain amount of time without being removed. And the acid in the body, the acid in the saliva can also help break down the teeth. So you have all these things that are playing a part in demineralizing the teeth. So right now this toothpaste is just going to be full of minerals to try to get back in the tooth. And one of the things I don't like about toothpaste, even all the natural brands, because the last year to 2 years I've bought Tom's, what are some of the other ones? A lot of other brands that are more natural. They don't have as many artificial things in them, but they still have like glycerin and a few things in them that make it so your teeth can't absorb those minerals. So that's why I'm excited about trying this. And I'll just let you know, if we start getting more cavities, then I will let you know. I'll be honest and I'll let you know. But I know that there's like Justin and different people in your family that have struggled with some teeth problems, and so this could be maybe a great thing to help remineralize your teeth. And I'm not sure if there's any problems that you're having with your cancer treatment right now. I know when we treat people that have had radiation therapy, they lose the amount of saliva in their mouth, and so they are prone to so many more cavities because they don't have this saliva to help wash things out. And saliva is important. It's a huge thing in getting cavities, so we'll have to put these patients on, treatments to try to help their saliva. And normally we do these special fluoride treatments to try to get all this fluoride into their teeth. So this will be interesting. It's a whole different way of looking at it, but I've really learned more than anything to be open-minded the last few years, and to just try things out for ourselves. So very first thing you need is bentonite clay, and I've talked about that a little before. It's in homemade deodorant. It's a great beauty product, great detoxifying product. And what the clay does is it helps get toxins. It helps pull toxins out, okay? So that's gonna help pull toxins out. So we are gonna do, and this is kind of the biggest base, and this is not very expensive. You can find it almost at any health food store. There's different brands, but it'll say on it, like this at the bottom says 100% natural calcium bentonite clay, okay? So there are just different brands, but it's bentonite clay. So you're gonna do 4 tablespoons, and it just looks, it's kind of this brown, just a real fine powder and I'll just make one of them so that you're not waiting, and then I can do my other one while I turn the video off. So 4 tablespoons of that. And then you're gonna do 2 teaspoons of a good baking soda, okay? And I usually do buy organic baking soda, but if you don't, that's fine. Just do 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Okay, and we all know that baking soda is great for cleaning teeth. That's what they used to use back in the day. That's what a lot of people still use. Now sea salt, and you want to find it finely ground just so it's not so gritty. Mine's a little, it's not super fine, but it's a great salt. So I just actually have in this jar, but it's a Himalayan sea salt. Also the red, I think it's Redmond's. The real salt is a great salt. That's really easy to find usually. Most grocery stores have it. That's a great salt. It's got lots of minerals in it. So we're going to do 1.5 teaspoons of sea salt. Kind of estimate on the half here. Okay, so then the next one is cloves. So what I did, I was out of my clove oil, because you could use your oils if you have any essential oils. I also have this, which was super cheap, probably kind of old, but it's just whole cloves. So I put a bunch of those, and it's just, you know, like the clove spice is great. But if you end up having what I have, I just put them in a little coffee grinder. This is a grinder that I do spices or flaxseed. Anyways, and I just ground up some cloves. So either way, whatever you've got, but cloves are really soothing to the mouth. They're used in all kinds of dental products, and they're great. They're great for the oral health. So cloves, it's a half a teaspoon, or you can do, you know, a couple drops of clove oil, but just remember how strong clove oil is. So maybe start with one and taste it and see. So this is a half a teaspoon of clove oil. Okay, and then I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. So that's kind of, I mean, this really is going to taste pretty good. Cinnamon has a lot of great benefits too. So you've got, you know, even with diabetes and insulin, cinnamon's awesome for that. Okay, and then we've got peppermint oil. And I just started this new company called the Mayo, and it's essential oils, and it's a really pure clinical grade oil, and I've been so impressed and excited about it. So I'll share more of those with you, but any peppermint oil that you have will work for sure. So 5 to 10 drops of peppermint oil. And I just put about 7, I think 6 or 7 in there. And then this is, if you want to do stevia, the purest one you can find, the more natural, always check the ingredients. This is by Sweet Leaf, these little packets. I don't think they're perfect. There's vegetable fiber and organic Sweet Leaf stevia extract. That's the only 2 things in the ingredient list. So it's not too bad. So I'm going to put 1 packet in of the stevia powder. Okay, and now this last ingredient, and if you don't have one of these, you can still make it without the one. This last ingredient is kind of interesting. Okay, so this is charcoal. This is upgraded coconut charcoal, these little capsules. And this, you can buy charcoal all different ways. This one, I always get things that I'm worried about being pure from Dave Asprey's site, because he's really, really diligent about making sure there's no toxins. And because charcoal, you know, is from the ground, a lead, you know, I mean, you don't want leads and other things that could be in this charcoal to get in you. So I just feel like it's important. And his is coconut charcoal, and it can be a little messy, but what you basically do is just break these little capsules open. You do 4 of them. Now charcoal has some cool things that I haven't tried a lot of with the mouth, that I read about it as I was researching. Charcoal will help take stain off. So even though it's black and dark, but it really helps whiten the teeth. So if you having this in your toothbrush, you can, you might be able to see while you're brushing that it's kind of dark, and so it'll look a little crazy probably, but as you rinse it off and then brush it, if it's still a little dark, you know, right when you spit out, brush 1 more time, rinse it out, rinse your toothbrush out and brush 1 more time. But this charcoal helps pull stain out of the teeth. So it's a great tooth whitener, so it's really cool. So it's a little bit messy, you can see from my hands. And you can also take charcoal, this upgraded coconut charcoal. The main reason I bought it is because if you, sorry, I was washing my hands. If you eat anything, like if you eat out, they almost always use bad oils, right? And sugars and just different things you don't know what's in it. If you'll take a couple of coconut charcoals at the end of your meal or with it, it'll help pull out any toxins that were in that meal. Or if you're having an upset stomach, then charcoal's great for that. It was used, it's basically used like in poison control in hospitals, right? So we know that's kind of what it does. So all you do is just mix this up, and I'll show you. It's just a cool powder. It smells really good. It smells like cloves and cinnamon. Like I said, you've got your peppermint in it, and you just dip your toothbrush in it, and then you just brush like normal. Couple of things why I'm talking about brushing. When you brush your teeth, a great method to use if you have a regular toothbrush is called the Bass method. And you can Google it online. There's lots of little videos that will show you. But basically, you just do back and forth, little tiny strokes angled up into the gums a little bit, very gently, about 10 seconds each spot, and then at the end you roll it down and it pulls the bacteria out of the gums, and then you move over the next section. You always want to use a soft toothbrush, never medium or hard, and electric toothbrushes, I believe, are wonderful. We've seen lots of patients that come in that have switched and they have way less buildup and healthier gums and less recession. If you're scrubbing back and forth with a toothbrush, long strokes, you are wearing away your gums, and some of you might have seen that in your mouth where all of a sudden your roots are exposed and showing and sensitive. So a couple things that you could, little tips with brushing. So this is it. So it's just this kind of dark powder, and like I said, you just take your toothbrush, get it a little bit wet, dip it in, and brush your teeth. So there you go. I've got a lot of other recipes I'm excited to try. Adam's, the deodorant that I showed a video of, he swears now. He says that's the best deodorant I've ever used. I don't stink anymore at all. My clothes don't smell at all. And I feel so good about it because it's got this clay in it that's pulling the toxins out. No chemicals, no aluminum, you know, it's just awesome. So I've got a bunch more products I'm excited to try and do, and I'll share them with you. Okay, I love you. I hope you're doing great. I haven't talked to you this week, so I've been thinking about you, and I'm just excited that you're feeling well and hope that it will continue. And anyways, we'll do more videos soon. Okay, love you. Bye.